right, guys, I got to be honest here. I want to welcome everybody to a brand new Recut Gems. A+ to your left, of course, MC. We welcome everybody to another amazing episode of Recut Gems, another Black Print bonus as well. Shout out to the patrons that are listening to this early. If you are listening on Thursday, of course, big shout outs to everybody that is watching. A lot of things that are going on throughout the month of July here, and we appreciate everybody that has been listening to all of the episodes here on the Black Print Network. But I can't open this episode before I address what A+ just showed me, because I am very, very concerned. Shout out to all the XXL freshmen. We've talked XXL freshmen on Recut Gems on Black Print Radio. This real Boston Richie line, I'm not putting this on North Florida, but I just want to say I'm considering a split down I-4. This line, I don't know if I want this considered with South Florida.
He tried to sell it with the hashtag freaky jit too, man.
Freaky jit.
No buyers there. No buyers there.
He spelled it right at least. Of course, Boston Richie is going to get it right. I have no doubt that Boston Richie is a real Florida jit. But no, I can't have fucking cousins on South Florida's repertoire, itinerary, anything that you want to mention. There might need to be a split. I'm just considering, I'm just putting it in the air. Just down I-4. Y'all can, North Florida, y'all can keep Tampa. Y'all can keep, we'll take Orlando. We'll take Disney World, of course. Maybe we might have to fight over Daytona. I don't know who gets Daytona, but that's a little bit concerning. That's a little bit of a line that I do not want anywhere around the realms of Palm Beach, Broward County, or Dade County. That can't happen down here.
We're not adding that to the dialogue. We're not adding cousin loving to the conversation. No, I'm sorry. That's just not a part of the program. Real Boston Richie. Sorry, brother. Lead that up and tally, okay? If that's something that's happening up there, let it stay there, okay? We do not need it in the culture.
Y'all could take Tampa. If we split it down I-4, y'all could take Tampa. Y'all could take, Tampa's a little bit underneath. We're still going to give North Florida Tampa. Y'all could take Lakeland. St. Petersburg. Yeah, y'all could take St. Petersburg. Clearwater. Fort Myers is a little bit. Fort Myers is tricky. Wow.
Yeah, Fort Myers is down there. It's like, I think that's decidedly South Florida if you're gonna rip the state apart, you know.
Yeah. So we get Plies. I don't know.
Tampa got to deal with it.
I don't. You know what? To merge the deal. Why not? I'll give y'all Fort Myers. I'll give North Florida Fort Myers. I'll give y'all back Plies if we can get Disney World. I will take Orlando. Kissamee's obviously ours. Yep. Everything from Port St. Lucie going into Vero, Melbourne, that's all ours. And obviously everything down South Florida is ours. But y'all get everything else up in Rod Wave country. That's it. That's it. And it comes from this line. That's it. I think that's nice and fair.
I was going to say, I just think Fort Myers is just a big call it what you want when it comes to North Florida, man. That's South Florida. Y'all got to take Fort Myers, man.
But then I don't want it to be unfair, though. I don't want it to be unfair. Plies is a big part of Tampa, at least in my opinion. Compared to South Florida, I would say that Central Florida and North Florida is more Plies country. Y'all can have Plies. I'm not going to steal Plies from you. Y'all got legends. Y'all got Plies, T-Pain. Y'all got two legends that is completely perfect up there. We'll take Ross. We'll take Shriek. And, just split it 50-50. Just split it 50-50. If we're talking about fucking cousins, it's a deal breaker. It just has to happen.
That's the deal breaker right there. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. It might happen 51st date. You can do North Florida and North Florida and South Florida. Yeah, because there's North Dakota, South Dakota. It might not be that bad.
Yeah, North Carolina, South Carolina. Hey,
think about it. Georgia's just going to be the one piece that is, in between both of us. And who doesn't like Georgia? I would like Georgia. Georgia can stay. The Florida Georgia line is yours. That is yours completely. We have to cross through different territory to get there. It's just things that I'm thinking about. Because that's just a little bit concerning. But there's a lot of things that I'm thinking about. Plus, how have things been since our last episode, man? It's been a minute.
Things been good, man. Like I said, getting together this summer jam here in Cleveland, working on that. And I had a chance to go to this All the Blur tour stop in Detroit with Drake and 21 Savage, and got there like a second too late to see young Drake, who is not a hologram, he's an actual person. But I walked in the headlines, and from headlines on, it was crazy, man. That set design is dope. Drake killed it. 21 did his thing too, though.
That's still a 10 out of 10 set. And we're going to be talking about this 10 out of 10 set very briefly in a couple of minutes here on Recut Gems. What I do want to talk about is some things that I've been watching since our last episode. Last episode was around the time of NBA Finals. Basketball season is now calmed down. Not swindled. Things definitely weren't swindled. Things were won fair and square. I don't know why swindled came out of my mind. There's some swindling going on in the office of Mr. Cronin, but you know, we'll leave that alone. We'll let that be until the time comes. I am taking a break from talking about basketball. I don't want to see a basketball until September, until 2K comes out. That's usually how it goes for me. Until 2K comes out, I think I'll wait and get more into basketball discourse, banter, arguments that have been going around for the past couple of months. But I took a little break from it. For the past couple of weeks. I tried to catch up on some TV that I have been ignoring. Caught up on a little bit of shows, but I ended up in such a crazy rabbit hole because it was a very random rabbit hole. I'm not gonna lie. I was checking out Matt Botvin. Shout out to Matt. He has some of the craziest wrestling shirts that you can find on Instagram. I bought most of the wrestling shirts that you see from me outside of this. This is just a WWE shop product, but any of the other wrestling tees that I wear is more than likely from Matt. And I saw him post something on his story. He was like, man, he had a big ECW drop, a volume 1 drop a couple of months ago. Fire selection. And he was like, hey guys, this was the mystery tee that you missed out on if you did not spend X amount of dollars to get the mystery tee. And it was a miscongeniality tee. It was a crazy Lita edit. And I was like, you know what? I have watched a good amount of Lita, but never really knew miscongeniality like that. So I went on YouTube, did my little typed up miscongeniality, watched some of her promos with Danny Doring, and your man's Amish Roadkill. Jesus. The chickens was actually kind of fucking me up. But I saw the Danny Doring proposal. I guess speechless is the word. Once I found out the details of that proposal. And as that happened, I was like, okay, I never really watched ECW like that. I do have a little bit of free time. Why not just jump in and watch a little bit of hardcore television? I've barely seen any of the TV episodes. I watched a couple of the pay-per-views, some of the more notable ones that you can think of. I know one of your favorites was, which one was it? Anarchy Rules 99?
Anarchy Rules 99 for sure. As far as matches go, I love the three-way dance with Taz. Was that Mike Awesome and Masato Tanaka? Mm-hmm. But yeah, for sure, Heat Wave 99 as far as the moment goes with that Dudley's promo. It's too hot for TV in any era. It was too hot back then, and it damn sure is now.
He pointed at his daughter. You told your daughter how to, and the crowd went crazy and they wanted to fight.
Yeah, that happened. Heat Wave 99 is TVMA on Peacock.
And the only thing that I knew was, my main knowledge was ECW Hardcore Revolution PS1, because when the invasion happened in 2001, I was like, Mom, we gotta go to Blockbuster. I gotta get this game. And it was ECW Hardcore Revolution, and that taught me, holy shit, Rob Van Dam was the fucking man in ECW. But that was my extent of my knowledge. I didn't know anything else. So I decided, and this is one of the worst decisions that I have made throughout the past year. I said, let's start at 1995, end of 95, start of 96. Yeah. This shit has had me in a fucking headlock on stories, matches. I did not ever expect to watch weekly episodic television of ECW for the matches, promos, and there's so many legendary things that are happening right now. I said, God damn it, I went into another rabbit hole, and now I'm stuck on ECW. That's what I've been doing through the past couple of months. Or the past month, I should say.
Now, watching ECW from 96, does it, like, when you're watching it, are you saying to yourself, oh yeah, I get how this was like the biggest thing amongst smart fans in the industry. Because I mean, you had to like seek out ECW in '96 unless it was syndicated in your market. And I don't like know the roll call of markets off the top of my head, but let's just say you had DirecTV, right? And you got the MSG network.
Yeah,
you're staying up to like 2 a.m. on a Friday night to watch ECW. And this is once again, you could get the MSG sports package on Dish Network or DirecTV. So you could have had that in '96 if you were in, say, Kentucky or Virginia, because it wasn't syndicated in either state. But that alone, like, are you saying to yourself when you watch it, like, yo, this shit, I see how it shifted the biz?
So there's a couple questions that I actually do have. I don't have them written. There's takeaways and there's questions that I do have. One of the original takeaways that you actually do bring up is that, man, not only is this a very smart crowd, a lot, and I mean a lot of the shit that you hear chanted from those good NXT. Well, I was not good. I won't sell it and say good NXT years. NXT is great right now, but the classic NXT years of all those amazing chants out in Orlando at Full Sail, the shit that you hear today, these shits were happening 30 years ago, and that has been fucking me up. Some of the signs, obviously, we're not getting too fancy with the signs in 2023, but the chants in itself, all happening in ECW in 1995 and 1996. And that is throwing me for a loop. Not only do the fans really know when somebody is leaving, they'll have it prepared. They'll know in advance. They'll boo the shit out of people. Oh my God. The Dudleys had them so fucking mad. This was not 96 because Dudleys left around 99.
Right.
But the little episode that I saw of the Dudleys' last match in ECW, when Bubba is like, thank you, Vince. Somebody understands. The crowd is so fucking mad. And then we brought up Anarchy Rules. They're booing the living shit out of Taz because they know he's about to leave. But then I was like, wow, y'all are really mad. Taz gave y'all like 4 or 5 years of good, but probably like 6 years of like solid wrestling. Why are y'all so upset? It's just the WWE. Until I saw the promo weeks prior. Hey, Triple H, why don't you come down to Philadelphia and we'll show you how to get really extreme. Whoa! I'm like, God, oh, Taz, you're about to leave. This is terrible. I'm not some 50-year-old wearing red and yellow getting the championship back. I'm the ECW heavyweight champion, and I run this company for the past X years. Whoa! Everybody is so hype. I'm like, Taz, this is so embarrassing. You're about to fucking dip.
And the one big thing too about this time period is like they just got national TV.
That's
so he's leaving right as they get on TNN. Not just Taz, once again, like the second episode or the third episode of ECW on TNN is when the Dudleys leave. The Dudleys leave, and of course I guess you could say the consolation prize, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit because it's 96 we're in right now. When we're talking about the Dudleys leaving in 99, is Raven coming back from WCW to ECW. So that was kind of like a consolation prize at the time. But in 96, Raven is on top, right?
Oh, God. I really don't even know how to describe Raven. I don't even know how to describe Raven. Paul Heyman in 97 described him as the what did he call it? The Dave Koresh of professional wrestling. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. Let me go into 96 and see what's happening. The first episode that I see is the one that Joey Styles said got them kicked off fucking television, where Beulah says she's pregnant. Raven starts beating the shit out of Stevie Richards. Beulah says it's not mine. Raven puts his hand on Beulah's neck. I said, bro, cut the show, bro. Please cut the show. Cut the show. There's no chance in hell that this is seeing daylight. But like you said, 2 a.m.
Go for it, pal. I mean, hey, I'm going to try and see if it's going to work. You got to try some things. You know, this is 1996. I was going against Barry Windham being the stalker on the WWF's TV. And, he's stealing my ideas in Atlanta. So, yeah, I'm going to try some things.
So, Raven and Dreamer it was entertaining at first. What I do want to ask, and maybe I'll just look into the camera and ask you directly, Paul. Did you really think? I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. If I have to Drewski it, I'll Drewski it. Are you really gonna convince me Tommy Dreamer's a ladies' man? I mean, honestly. I heard Beulah say, Tommy, I want to feel your pain. And Tommy looked at the camera guy in that dingy hotel room they were at, and he said, leave. And the cameraman left. I said, oh, Paul, am I supposed to buy this? It's hilarious, yes. But Tommy Dreamer had Beulah. He had another girl, I can't remember her name, but he took her from Raven, and then her and Beulah were locked. And then we started getting more Francine because Francine just left the Pit Bulls.
Yeah. And was it Kimona Wanalea? Was it she the other
Kimona,
chick?
Yes.
Kimona Wanalea. Holy smokes, dog. Like, Kimona Wanalea.
How the fuck did Tommy pull Kimona? I'm looking at the TV like, what is going on?
Dog, Paul's like, listen, I was able to find things in people that others couldn't find. And if I was selling Tommy Dreamer as a ladies' man, well, nobody's gonna believe that. I'm going to try.
So I'm watching Dreamer all throughout 96 have issues with Raven. Raven is in and out of the World Heavyweight Championship picture. But by the time that I actually start paying a little bit more attention and start getting, like, I'm on and off of Raven. I'm a little bit on and off of Raven. I started getting on more when Sandman showed up, and it was one of the best episodes that I ended up watching, the Kurt Angle episode of ECW, which ends up also being the Crucifix episode of ECW.
That's right.
The Crucifix is not on Peacock. I'm just going to let you know right now. It ends at the DDT, and that's it. You're not going to see the BWO tying niggas up. They're not tying Sandman up. They're not putting him up. It's completely erased. You can probably find it on YouTube. But Raven Sandman got really good to me when I seen Sandman's fucking son stand in front of a bloody Raven in that cage. And he puts I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he just stole Sandman's wife.
Yo.
I'm like, okay, this is fire. But somehow, some way, it's not as fire. And this is fucking me up, of the television championship picture. I did not ever think I would tune into ECW for Shane fucking Douglas, but he is coming out week after week. Shawn Michaels, you can kiss my ass. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's burying niggas. Shit, fuck, damn, whatever curse he can get off in his entire promo. He's got Francine with him now. They just rebuilt Triple Threat. He grabbed Pitbull number 1. He broke his neck. He had a collar. He just shook him, and he pissed off the whole fucking audience that had started rioting. Shane Douglas has my full attention in 1996 of ECW, and I'm a WCW kid. I did watch a little bit of that struggle that was late 99, 2000 WCW. I would have never thought that I would be the Shane Douglas guy. Ever.
He was flabby and sick by then. The whole Revolution angle, flabby and sick by then. But yeah, he really was a transcendent guy for ECW. Like you said, Triple Threat was a big faction. And when I couldn't watch ECW and I only heard about ECW, whether it's through magazines and, Pro Wrestling Illustrated or The Wrestler would have them in there, or, of course, by 97, 98, I was somewhat online. That's when I would hear about him. And yeah, I never got to see that until later on, like what made Shane Douglas the franchise. So yeah, 96, I'm pretty sure is where I got to go back and do a deep dive in 96 ECW. Because now you're making me want to do the deep dive in 96 ECW. But Shane is building this legend right there.
And Shane wasn't a part of, I don't think he was on that episode that Vince was like, hey, we'll take a couple of them guys. Come on, Rob.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody stooged off to me about what he was saying down there. That Dean's pretty hot, pal. He's got heat with me. He can talk to me. Just not today.
Yeah, just don't bury Sean. We just sent Sean home for a couple of Actually, we don't know how long. Sean just said his mind hurts. Back hurt.
Oh, my brain, my back.
My brain hurt. He just passed me a paper and said, can't take this shit. DISSHID. And just walked out. We got a promo package from Tell Me a Lie, whatever shit was called.
Oh, okay.
We run it every week. I mean, I hope he's watching. He said he's showing up to Mania. I was like, what the fuck? I thought your brain hurt.
Oh, yo, this show, Sean is the ultimate asshole in 97, man. Niggas doing backflips when he's supposed to be hurt. He's the wildest nigga in 97, bar none, dog.
You said what, Vince? He's showing up to Mania? Well, tell him lace up his boots since he was supposed to face me, Vince. What the hell are you doing?
That's my hell, I'm sitting back there like I just want to make my shot. You know, I'm just right there waiting for my moment.
I want to wrestle somebody. I don't give a damn who it is. Want me to wrestle Goldust again? Fuck it. He got the Intercontinental title. Pass it to me. But Brett, I'll beat his ass. Sean, he said his brain hurts. So I'll make sure it's permanent. Who else? Taker?
Hell, we didn't know about the CTE deal back then at all.
Austin with the permanent Drewski is kidding. The permanent Drewski is
He's always like this on his Broken Skull session. He's Drewskiing up for 90 minutes on that program, man. Oh my God.
As you bring up Triple Threat being one of the best stables in ECW, I feel so disgusted saying this. I'm just going to cover my face saying this because I still can't believe. I still cannot.
You came around to them in a matter of a week and some change. You were ready to take a hot shit on them. But you know what you said? God damn it, they're winning me over.
I texted Plus a week ago and said, man, this BWO shit fucking sucks. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, the trolling is just terrible. Stevie Richards is all right, but he's Raven's lackey. Meanie's doing nothing. Hollywood doing the damn...
Oh my
doing
God.
all the
that,
bullshit.
Nova?
I'm like, Nova. I'm like, you guys suck. Like, this is terrible. Until 1997 came and Stevie kicked Raven dead in the damn face. I said, Plus, I've made a mistake. I'm not a member, but I may want the shirt. I may want the shirt because Meanie is killing me with this Scott Hall bullshit and doing all this and doing all these and doing all. I'm like, Meanie, you are the biggest fucking troll. I can see why JBL just sent you to the moon with one of these.
And me and Kev were watching that shit one night and we're just like, this is the shits. You see this before? I mean, Kid usually's up on all that stuff and Kid didn't even hip us to what the deal was down there. They just ran with our gimmick and just bootlegging. I said, I wanted to call Paulie and say, hey, you got some fucking money for me?
Paul wouldn't have done. It's just terrible. It's just so, and it's bad because I know I don't know if it's specifically him doing it bad or if he's just that bad doing it. But in them little ass shorts, he's doing the Razor Ramon gimmick, and he's just, I'm just like, Meanie, stop fucking troll. This is terrible. It was so embarrassing that I was just like, I think that's what it is. It's so embarrassing that I'm just like, I'm starting to buy it now. And I did not buy that as a kid in 99. When Blue Meanie was on Heat, I was not digging it.
That's what I'm saying, yo. He got a career out of that. That is amazing, though. Like, Stevie Richards, of course, had multiple iterations, but like the Blue Meanie was the Blue Meanie for like the rest of his time on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of crazy.
With that, and he was hitting the dance. All I remember is the WrestleMania 2000 dance.
Oh my God, yo, he was Sunday Night Heat fodder for sure.
Sunday Night Heat legend, but in ECW they are fucking made men. It's just BWO, and I don't even think they've held a belt yet. I don't think Stevie's held a belt. I don't think anybody has held a belt yet. It's just they're so fucking over and so popular. ECW is blowing my mind right now, and that's I did not think that I would be here, and I'm pretty pissed at this rabbit hole.
I think 96 and 97, along with 95, as far as in ring goes, is like the peak, I believe, of ECW.
RBD is not the man yet. Taz is still the man. Taz is Bill Alfonso. I'm huge. I love Bill Alfonso.
Yeah, no, I popped Bill Alfonso back as a kid. I used to, I'm like, yo, what is, yo? I'm like, I used to look at him like as when I was 11 or 12, like, yo, his grill is atrocious. Like, oh my God, they let this thing on TV. Like,
and he's shaking the ropes, and he's like, "Get the hell out of here! Team Taz is gonna destroy us. But he's not with RVD and Sabu yet. I don't know when I don't know if he turns on Taz to go to RVD Sabu, because I mainly knew Bill Alfonso from RVD and Sabu. So I don't know yet. And the worst part is I'm gonna find out. That is where the fuck I am right now. And it's tough. It's so bad right now. It's a little bit better than the rewatch that you have been watching. It's a little bit easier than the rewatch that you have been watching. A much better time in 2006 between a classic moment, or a classic year, I guess you would say, in John Cena, the LOL Cena wins era. How has that been your rewatch?
I started off in 05 when he first won. I don't know how I got down this rabbit hole. Maybe should we even shout him out, because I don't want to snitch, but he has a lot of views on YouTube. The guy who does a story of YouTube videos where he does like all the promos and segments leading up to like pay-per-view matches on YouTube. Oh, I think I'm gonna keep him as a if you know account. I'll tell you.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna blow him up and then get his shit pulled. Nope.
You know what I'm talking about. But I think I started on that account and just watching a bunch of John Cena videos where they're detailing, like, one of them is story of John Cena versus Triple H at WrestleMania 22, and it starts off with the promo where Triple H is like running down John Cena. He actually on TV calls John Cena a transitional champion. Like, it's kind of crazy even to think about it now. But one point I was thinking about too when I was watching that, I showed you earlier, when we were watching the John Cena promo the night after he lost the belt to Edge, the first Money in the Bank cash in at New Year's Revolution. But this is, of course, on Raw with the infamous live sex celebration. And John Cena, mind you, of course, it's still a TV 14 world. It's TV 14 Cena. He's kind of segueing from hip hop man to the Marine militant man. And he quotes Allen Iverson, who says, he got 1 million people that love him and there's 10 million people that hate him. So, for the 1 million people that's going to ride with him, you're going to, ride for them. And to those 10 million haters, well, they can kiss his ass. Now,
kiss my ass.
That's not something that Cena would say 2011, 2012, when he's, of course, in the Fruity Pebbles era. He's super Cena at this point. Obviously, he had a style of dealing with that, and he really got good at it, I would say, post-Rock Cena. Like, every time, there's like this John Cena shoot promo at some point in the feud. Every feud, like after 13, where he just runs down everything about his opponent.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could just point at any feud, whether it's CM Punk, Miz, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, famously.
Yep.
It just became a hallmark in his career after he learned how to deal with it. But at this point, he's still learning how to deal with the boos, and it's so funny because you can almost hear his confidence quiver a little bit in promos. It's an interesting watch. And of course, as 06 goes on, it's LOL Cena wins. I mean, of course, he lost top of the year, got it back in less than 20 days, I want to say, at the Royal Rumble, as he went into Mania against Triple H, retained. Lost to the RVD. And then Edge, of course, got it back when RVD got caught in the whip in Ohio. And then he beat Edge at Unforgiven in Toronto. So, it's a little bit of up and down. They learned how to deal with the negative backlash, but by all means, Cena is still the guy. This is when, the birth of, hey, man, as long as they're doing something, pal, we're good. We're good. You know what I mean? So the merch is, I'm sure, flying off the shelves. It's the Chain Gang era still. So it's an interesting watch because, I mean, to see Cena grow into what he become, it's cool to rewatch.
And what did Lita say? You read the internet today, John? I couldn't imagine. Well, there is no Twitter in 06. So maybe it's
message board era. It's big message.
It's still message board, right?
Big time. It's message board up until Twitter, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Facebook kind of, but not for that not for that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's still message board for wrestling.
And unless I truly wouldn't think that Cena is reading like MySpace profiles of people that are like, I watch wrestling, but don't think I'm a Cena fan. Fuck that nigga. And they have like these things all in their profile. I wouldn't think. It has to be like, if he were to see it, it would have to be like no DQ forums. And what other that's the main land. 06, it would be like no DQ forums. And
Death Valley Driver video review was big. I mean, for like super smart, for like the Wrestling Observer, Japanese wrestling fans who were probably predisposed to hate Cena at that time. You probably on the no DQ forums, you probably got somebody like Cena sucks is their username, but the SUX, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You probably got a lot of users. I used to be on SOHH on their message board. I think it was a squared circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my go-to for a while, actually.
I'm trying to think what Box Den's I'm pretty sure
I'm
Box Den
sure
would have
they
had
did.
a wrestling.
If SOH had one, then of course, yeah, boxing had an equivalent. I'm sure of that.
I'm trying to think if I was even. But then again, 06, I was so out of wrestling. Not necessarily out of wrestling, but I was just like, there's so many different things that I'm now getting into. I'm taking music a lot more serious right now.
Yep.
There's other things that I'm watching that is just like, and I'm gaming as well, things like that. That is just like, I don't have much of the interest at 2006 on 15, not much of an interest to watch weekly. And I remember like a year later, still not watching much wrestling, but then the June 2007 report happens with Chris Benoit, and I'm like, oh man, Benoit died, man, that was my man's. And then a day later, the news comes out. I'm like, okay, now I see why I stayed away from wrestling, because things are kind of crazy right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I was watching the Raw tribute at work at the station, right? Surreal moment. Like, I don't care what anybody says, like in real time, surreal moment. Like the news just broke that he died.
Yep.
Vince is in the ring, empty arena. They sent the fans home for the first time. He learned from Owen Hart. I guess he was like, okay, we're not doing that again. We're gonna send them home. This just happened. And they did a tribute show, like 3 hours of just tributes. And like around, I want to say in between the second and third hour, the news is starting to leak. And it's like crazy by the morning. The morning is like, it's getting figured out. And that's when the next night on ECW, Vince starts off the program like,
and so we're never going to mention him again, right?
Never mention him again. Yeah. Like, you know, besides this mention, you will not hear him for the rest of the night. You know, we're going to do what we do best, entertain you.
And I don't think I've ever seen that. You know what's funny?
I gotta pull that up. That's definitely on YouTube floating somewhere.
I hope so, because usually they pull that shit off so quick. But I've never seen. I've seen the Raw night. I probably watched the full 3 hour episode. I can't remember if I have, of the entire tribute. It's not on Peacock. You won't be able to find it on Peacock. But I was specific. I was definitely, if I'm not watching Raw SmackDown, I'm definitely not watching the ECW rebrand. Even if I didn't know of it. Yeah, I didn't know of it because I was still playing the video game. So I would see like SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 featuring ECW. I'm like, featuring ECW? That's what y'all did? Yeah, y'all got ECW back? Who's in ECW? And I would look at the names and I'm like, this doesn't look like Hardcore Evolution. And then I'd see some names that I realized, I'm like, damn, niggas are really old. So I chilled on it. Yeah,
WWECW, even with like, if Heyman's vision would quote unquote been like carried out, think about it, dog. Like the Sandman without Inner Sandman ain't the Sandman. They just gave that nigga a theme and had him come through the crowd. Like it wasn't the same. Just wasn't the same.
That's also what's been killing me too. The themes. Boy, the fact that I know that New Jack is coming out and it's not Natural Born Killers, that's been fucking me up. And I don't know if this is like his indie theme somewhere. I don't want to disrespect, but this theme is not it. I would like to hear da-da-da-da, yeah, and him coming out and cracking niggas with trash cans.
That's why I've kind of stayed away from the rewatch, because that is really a part of the New Jack experience. Like hearing that, like you said, yeah, like while he's fucking somebody up, it's all together. Like you have to see the whole package. You know what I'm saying? So that I have to go back with that in mind. Like, damn, the only thing that's going to be here is maybe Taz theme, and of course, the This Is Extreme theme.
And the This Is Extreme theme is the or was it? Is it
called the TV theme song? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So the main TV theme song.
Is it there yet? Oh, it's not there yet, is it?
Nah, right now it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, hit me. And they're showing niggas taking total elimination. They're showing Beulah coming up. Sabu's diving in the crowd. RVD does a good flip. Which other ones they have? They have Sandman. They have Sandman staring at his son. Paul actually does a really good job, and especially TV wise, I give Paul Heyman so much credit. With the resources that you have, Paul, you made fucking masterpieces. Because even with the intro, I'm looking at how great the intro looks, and he always had a way, just like how WWE kind of used to do it, of showing their ECW heavyweight champion right at the end. So if it's Raven, Raven's bloody as hell. heavyweight title in hand. If it's somebody else, it's somebody else. He had a great promo package for Mike Awesome when he won in Anarchy Rules 99. I'm like, man, I could see how people really loved this shit and really hated when this shit was off the air. Because when that Dreamer report came out that said, yeah, when Heyman ended in 01, then went to Raw, I was about to shoot this nigga in the back of the head and then shoot myself. I was like, Dreamer, shut the fuck up. But now, looking at the amount of shit that Dreamer is doing in ECW, I was like, okay, I'd be kind of mad too. I would be pretty fucking pissed too if Heyman just did that and then shipped his ass over to Raw.
Yeah, he had like 10 jobs. He had like 10 jobs, Bart, like easily 10 jobs you could describe, and then like another 5 he probably couldn't barely describe.
They used to say I was a funnel, but honestly, if you were to ask of me, I believe that I was just using all the resources that I could to create a product that was generational. Whether or not it interested Vincent Kennedy McMahon, I cannot choose whether or not who to influence, sir.
They say Vince filled my coffers, but I couldn't live off a stipend. It was a mom and pop business.
The only thing that you can prove is the $2,000 that he paid to me to make sure the Taz's theme made the airwaves. That is it. Anybody else should have nothing to say to me, sir. I stole that from fucking Bruce Pritchard. I think that's Bruce Pritchard Heyman. That's Bruce Pritchard Heyman.
It's the Bruce Pritchard Heyman. I always think back to when I think him and Brian Gewirtz were gonna fight. I think that was it. I think him and Brian Gewirtz were going. Yeah, it's in his book. Like him and Brian Gewirtz was about to go edit.
Him and Bruce.
No, Gewirtz and Heyman, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe getting that wrong. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. But I feel like Heyman got hot at somebody. I think it's in his book. So yeah.
When he was a producer.
Yeah, I think this is definitely around like 02, 03-ish when he was when Heyman was running SmackDown and Gewirtz was running Raw.
Well, if there is a recut rec this week, y'all, I'm just gonna put it out there. Any episode of 1996 ECW and any episode of 2006 LOL Cena wins era, which I believe he's on Raw, so it's gonna have to be a 2006 Raw.
Yep.
But that is our recut recs for the week. Any 96, I don't care what you pull up. Anything, any 45-minute ECW episode that you pull up, you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? I got to watch next week. I guarantee, pick a week. Pick a week. If I go to do my Nikki voice, I'm not going to say pick a K, though. Pick a week.
Pick a K.
Pick a week.
But also, too, maybe it's an added bonus, at least the main event. Watch Mind Games in your house that year with Mankind and Sean, because I believe there's ECW wrestlers at ringside. This is like, once again, 96 ECW. They're on fire. So they're at ringside because they're in Philly, of course.
Oh, yeah. And he says, I think Vince says,
promotion, or there's a India Renegade promotion from Philadelphia.
Yeah, exactly.
Vince is selling, man. Announcer Vince is so funny, man.
Taz is like, yo, Vince, who you got for me? Who you got for me, Vince? Huh? Come fight the human suplex machine.
Wow. I believe in that guy.
Somebody, I can understand the Heyman promo on Vince when he was like, look what you did to my Taz. He was a wrestler. A great wrestler. Watching 96, I'm just like, man, Taz looks fucking insane. But then the episode where RVD had to face somebody, and Taz was on commentary. And Styles was like, wow, I wouldn't expect you to be interested in commentary like this, Taz. And Taz said, well, what do you mean? I'm a jack of all trades. And Taz actually did pretty fucking good in commentary. I was like, wow, even in 96, you fucking knew that you would be the man in commentary and you would end up being one of the greatest tag team duos in commentary of all time between yourself and Cole 6 years later. Life is funny, man. Life is funny.
But I digress.
I'm not bringing up weighing 234 pounds. Taz! It's Taz! Yes! Him and Excalibur fucking wrestling over the mic.
just dog, just a circle jerk. Like, yo, look at what's happening in front of y'all. For once, y'all are just doing talk radio. This is ridiculous.
Two niggas that are in a much better tandem are who you saw on the Detroit leg of It's All a Blur, Drake and 21. You said you came a little bit late, but you still saw a 10 out of 10 set. I gotta know, as you know, my Detroit interests have peaked since a specific thread. I would like to know, how did they receive a set that I did not expect Drake to get right? Because 4 years of albums is really tough to get in one night, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
How did they enjoy the mixture of all the different albums? Certified Lover Boy, Honestly Nevermind, Her Loss, and I'm forgetting one. I can't remember. I don't think he does anything with Dark Lane demo tapes, so I'm not gonna remember.
Nah,
it was mainly just those three, right? I think so.
Yeah, for the most part. You said CLB, Her Loss, and Honestly Nevermind. Yeah, those are the main three. I feel like are we missing one?
But I feel like I am missing one, right? Let me double check.
He broke it up in the segments, right? So like when I walked in, it was headlines, which is kind of like the Drake hit parade era of the segment of the concert, right? And then he gets into the Scorpion. Did he tour Scorpion? He toured Scorpion, right? Or no, he didn't.
Didn't he do something small with Migos around Scorpion?
Scorpion. So no. Aubrey and the Three Migos are Scorpion, right?
I want to say that was Scorpion. Yes.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So cool. So no, I remember him doing In My Feelings, and like the thing that stuck with me the most are like these video screens rise up from out of the stage, and it's all 90s nostalgia, like the craziest. It's Toronto specific because he starts off with Electric Circus, which was this Friday night like dance house music show that aired on Much Music. Quick story aside, I used to watch Much Music a lot as a kid. We used to get it until 10 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock it would turn into the Spice Channel. So just imagine watching Much Music, right? And at 9:59, Electric Circus is on. And then 10 o'clock, bam, it's just Scramble Vision. And you just
straight to Spice?
Straight to Spice. You're figuring out, oh, is that a titty? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I used to watch that show, well, at least the first 30 minutes because it came on at 9:30. But he had everything in there, bro. Like Fresh Prince clips, all 90s nostalgia. I think he had you might have had a Snick clip in there or something, man. Like it was a lot of things in there that was super dope. That made me appreciate him, listening to In My Feelings for maybe the 10,000th time because I work in radio.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I would say kind of a mixed reaction to 21 set in Detroit, only because songs like Don't Come Outside, Don't Come Out the House, didn't really ring out. It didn't really ring off like that there. But when you got into the Drake and 21 collabs, yeah, they were rolling. They were rolling. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I would expect Miami to be really nice. I think he's doing 2 nights in Miami. He was originally going to do it in June. Now it's in September. I would have liked it in June. But then again, my mindset was not really, let me tune in and try and tap in. Because for one, I don't want to go to Drake Dolo, but then as well as I don't want to like pull up to Drake and then meet people there because everybody's going to have their own plans. Everybody's going to have their own plays. So it's just like, okay, I'm probably going to have to figure out what I'm doing throughout. And I don't know if the 2 nights that Drake is going to do are on weekdays. That even makes it 10 times worse. So I don't know how I would have played it had I went, but I'm starting to realize I should probably get to one before it's too late because the only one, let's just say Drake retires next year and say, you know what? Fuck this shit. Y'all niggas arguing about me doing interviews with Bobby. You know what? Fuck y'all niggas. I'm out this bitch. If he does that, the only time that I have seen Drake live would have been Drake versus Wayne, which is gonna turn 10 in was it 2013 or was it 2014?
I don't know, but you know what? We might have that in common. Like up until this, of course, last show I attended. Did I see Drake in between? I did not go to the Summer 16 tour.
Nope.
I missed Aubrey and the Three Migos. Sick about that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only ones. I didn't go to Would You Like a Tour.
Nope, didn't do that.
That's before, I believe, Drake versus Lil Wayne, right? But
yes, Would You Like a Tour had Future and Miguel and Party?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2013. Yeah, it was Nothing Was the Same tour.
That was Nothing Was the Same tour?
I think so.
So then, what did he do for views?
Summer 16.
Oh yeah, Summer 16 tour. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been the only time that I've seen Drake, and it was a great set, one of the best concerts that I've seen. But I don't know. I don't know when is the next time that I'm going to see Drake. It ends up being such a huge moment right now, and I've seen 21. Wait a minute. Have I seen 21? 21. Actually, wow. I don't think I've seen 21.
I saw 21 at Birthday Bash, and I mean that's why I was like, yeah, I saw his set in Atlanta, and hell, Don't Come Out the House went crazy in Atlanta, but it's Atlanta too. But
yeah,
to see that set, he had J. Cole come out. It was dope. He had a really dope headline and set at Birthday Bash in Atlanta. But I was, of course, since I saw that set, I was definitely more excited to see Drake perform in Detroit.
I've seen 21. I watched him at Coachella. That was good. I've been playing a decent amount of old 21 right now because there's just been a good mixture of things. Usually I've been trying to make sure that the streaming rips of certain tapes are actually fucking me up because I'm so used to hearing hood rich nigga or hood rich bitch over things. I'm just like, yeah, I gotta put the originals back. So I've been playing Slaughter King. I've been playing it's mainly been Slaughter King. Slaughter King's probably one of my favorite old 21 tapes outside the free Goo RPP. It's mainly been
Dirty K on Slaughter King?
Yes, Dirty K's on Slaughter King. Wow is on Slaughter King.
Because he's got the 21 Dolph on there with Lotto Savage. He's 21 Dolph. Yeah.
Wow is on there. Dip is on there. And it's just all old Metro, Zaytoven, Lex Luger. It actually makes me miss Lex Luger. I don't know where my dog Lex is, man. I'm sorry.
It's crazy. You said like he bowed out after, what was it, Ham? Or what was the last significant Lex Luger record after that?
I feel like the nigga did Ham, and then he did he did the bonus on Dark Twisted Fantasy before he did Ham. And he was just like, yeah, I'm cashing out. I'll see y'all later. And then you got the huge rise of Metro Boomin, 808 Mafia, and everybody that has succeeded and made huge careers since that big
Mike Will, all his contemporaries.
Yeah, exactly.
All his contemporaries. Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't know where Lex Luger is. But you know what? Oh my God. I almost don't even want to mention it. I forgot Juicy J did the latest installment of, I'm putting in quotes, Rubber Band Business.
When was Rubber Band Business? Was that after Ham?
Rubber Band Business was, the first Rubber Band Business was 2010. So around that year that Kanye is starting to figure out Lex Luger, because Flocka's been using Lex Luger for past 2 years.
Yeah, put him on, right.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's hearing it, and as well as other members of 808 Mafia. Yep. 2011 was Rubber Band Business 2.
Oh, classic.
10 out of 10 tape. An immediate recut rec. If you've never heard it, please start it from the top. I can damn near say the first. Let's see how many records I can say.
A Zip and a Double Cup is on 2, right?
Zip and a Double Cup is on 2. I'm trying to see how many records can I go.
Found the sound of the youth on that tape.
I've got Zip and a Double Cup, So Damn Fucked Up, Me. So that's 5, 6, 7. Nah, I skip Shine. I'm not gonna lie. Shine ain't.
Which one is Stoner's Night on?
Stoner's Night is on Rubber Band Business 2.
Oh wow!
With the Flintstones beat, I'm riding through the dun 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 dun. Yeah, the first one.
Stoner's Night.
Stoner's Night. Yes, sir. Juicy J, Trapaholics. Play me some Pippin Man. Dun 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 dun. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Stoner's Night, nigga. Boom! I'm riding through the top, back my bitch in the breeze. Then I don't know her nationality, she overseas. Don't know it, but she got some green eyes and the sexy shape. She fun! And she goes at Juicy J. No, baby. Woo! Real trap shit. I don't know why we put the real trap shit after that line.
Classic.
10 out of 10 tape, but it pains me because he just did another installment of it last year, called it Crypto Business.
Oh wow!
And Lex Luger was on it. He flipped it, and it's supposed. I can tell it's supposed to be another Rubber Band Business installment, but he named it Crypto Business, and he put Lex Luger on it. You know how Lex Luger's talking through the entire Rubber Band Business too high as fuck. Lex Luger probably went on Crypto Business for like 2 minutes. Did the intro, you barely heard from him again. And then now you're dealing with 2023 Juicy J, much different from 2011 Juicy J. It created a pain right here in my chest. I listened to it one time because I was like, I gotta do it. Even if it's a 0 out of 10, I gotta do it. Right. Was not happy. Was not happy.
That's that. You know what? I didn't even know it existed. I ain't gonna lie.
It has a green cover. It's on streaming. I don't want to put it as a recut rec, but if I'm going to put Rubber Band Business too, by all means, I'm putting the Drewski stamp on it. Do not say I told you to listen to this. Do not say I told you to listen to this. Do it at your own forewarning.
This is not an endorsement.
This is not an endorsement. But if you got to do it like how I got to do it because you love the Rubber Band Business series so much, please tune into Crypto Business. Let us know how you feel. It's definitely not gonna don't expect a percentage of what is going on between the Rubber Band Business series or even the Blue Dream and Lean series. Blue Dream and Lean series is also really good too.
Yeah, it is.
Classic first tape on the first Blue Dream and Lean. Blue Dream and Lean 2 had some records. That was around where he was fucking with Mike Will a little bit. He had early Ray Shremmerd on there. But it's just a different Juicy J. So It pained me a little bit, but that was my update on Lex Luger. I don't know what a 2023 landscape looks like for Lex Luger right now because there's a lot of producers eating.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. But man, he owned the game for a period of time, man. It was super influential. Like I said, man, everybody that was around, whether it was TM88 or Southside, and like you said, later on Metro, Mike Will was around too. They all went to the moon.
So we'll end up seeing, hopefully we can get some more. Then again, I don't know what Lex Luger is doing right now. I'm going to take a look at Lex Luger's socials and see what he's up to. Hopefully we can find.
Is it still Smoked Out Luger?
If it's not, Wow. Oh God. If it's not Smoked Out Luger anymore, I'm just going to be upset. I forgot at Smoked Out Luger. What Juicy J say at the end of Sipping a Double? It's still, thank you, God.
There. He's there.
It's still Smoked Out Luger. Okay. He does have the crypto business cover and the header. So I can tell he hasn't been here for a good minute. But then again, 6 days ago, I'm a different type of monster on this Akai Pro MPC lives. He's still making beats. I'm fucking with that.
Hey man, whatever makes him happy, man. Shout out Lex Luger.
What which one did he do that on?
That nigga Lex Luger.
Yeah, that nigga Lex Luger was also good, but he did the I feel like it was the animated series, the Lex Luger. I think it was on Juicy J when he said, "I'm fucked up. Take the blunt, dip it in the lean, then light it." I said, "Juicy, I'll see you later, buddy. I can't do this."
He was deep in them college campuses, man. He was too deep, man. He was like Frank the Tank, man.
Zip in a double cup, you might have had me.
Right.
Take the blunt, dip it in the lean, then light it. See you later, buddy. This is my time. I gotta go.
That's my time.
Well, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks for another Recut Gems. Of course, make sure that you tap in with A+ at A_+ at Jesus Christ, I almost forgot my handle, at my man MC as well. Patrons, you are hearing this on Wednesday. So tonight, Black Print Radio, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Amazing guests that we have on schedule. Make sure that you tap into that. You'll get the replay of that on Friday. For those that are listening on Thursday, of course, you will see the replay tomorrow for everybody. And we have episode 41 of the Black Print coming next week. Usual schedule, Monday for patrons, Tuesday for everybody that's listening. So hopefully we'll be able to see from you then. And of course, another Black Print Radio next week as well, along with another Throwblacks to end the month. We're going to be doing Lil Wayne's The Carter 4. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to this month's, well, the past month's Throwblacks of Green Day's American Idiot. Classic episode. 5 has already told us where he's coming with The Carter 4. It's already pissed me and Josh off. I don't know what's going to happen on the next episode of Throwblacks, but it's going to be amazing. So make sure that you stay tuned. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Of course, you'll hear from us on Recut Gems in another 2 weeks and another Patreon bonus. Until then, we'll see you then. Peace.